So the video that I want to talk about is, I don't even have a title for it, but I know by when I be done filming the video, I know I'm gonna have a title for it. So the first thing that you're gonna do when you don't have no idea to work with, when the idea is not flowing to you, I just recommend looking at what other people in your niche are uploading, and that can help you immensely. Because sometimes, even if you don't have ideas that you are coming up with, or you got your ideas written down and you're not really vibing with them right now, like you really don't want to work on those type of videos or whatever, sometimes looking at what other people are doing, especially if they're in your niche or whatever, and when you see a video and you hear them talking about it, you can be like, oh, I like this person's thought process on it, and now I want to give my own view or my own interpretation of it. I think those two like the same words, but you know what I mean. So don't be afraid of looking at what other YouTubers are doing, looking at what other content creators, whether that be on YouTube, that be on Instagram, that be something you read online. Just getting ideas from anywhere, from other people's perspective, seeing them give their perspective on it can unleash some type of creativeness inside yourself. The second tip that I got, write down a bunch of ideas that you already got already. Because sometimes you could be overflowing with ideas, like I've got that a lot. Since I'm such a creative guy, I'm pretty sure you watching the video is a creative person. So just get like a little piece of paper, or you get like a little notepad or whatever. What is this? Oh, this is my little food journal. Just get like a little notepad, or get a little notepad on your computer and just write down any idea that just comes to your head, no matter how basic, no matter how lame it is. Even if an idea comes to your head, you like, what would I make with that type of idea? Just write it down, because you never know, you may be able to fit that idea with another video. Cause I had that plenty of time when I just stitching up a whole bunch of ideas like it's some type of Frankenstein experiment, and it all comes together to make one complete video for me. So any idea, any thought that just pops into your head, just write it down. Just write it down anywhere. Don't just keep it locked up inside, cause that one idea that you have in your head could be the thing that takes your channel or takes your art to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So write down all your ideas, print them out, write them down, get your little phone, type it out or whatever, send it to yourself, email it to yourself, same thing, and just, write down every idea, because you never know what may be the idea that just does it for you, that may just take you to the next level. Third point, go back to your old ideas or any other old project that you start working on, and just go back to working on that. Because sometimes I notice with me, when I work on a project or whatever, sometimes I would either lose interest in it, or I will come up with another idea that I'm way more passionate about, and so I would stop that project to go work on that project. So don't be afraid of going back to your old projects and working on them, because sometimes you just sparking up an old flame could reignite some type of creativeness within your own self. Because you may come up with new ideas for that old project, or you finally have figured out, oh, I've been stuck on this one part of my project. I now know what to do to take this project to the next level. So go back to your past work, go back to any piece of art that you had, and just, try to work on it, see if there's something still there. If it is, congratulations, you got like a new project to work on. If it isn't, just move on to something else, or move on to another old project that you are working on and that you stopped working on. Whether that's a video, or that's like a script that you was working on, or anything, anything old, just go back and work on it, And for another idea that I have written down, it's like, just leave it alone. Like, I got it where it says, leave it alone and do something else, or just be bored like I am. Because that's how I came up with this little video idea. I was just, scrolling through people's channels who doing the same thing I was doing. I wasn't getting no ideas until I just sat in my little boredom little spot right here. And I just came up with this video idea. For some reason, as my first video, I was like, screw it, I just made this a video, and just started to recorded, and now I'm knee deep in it, and now I got this video for y'all. Be okay with just leaving the video alone, what I said, and do something completely different, Wait, no, I didn't say that. I just said leave it alone and do something else. Or just be bored. Sometimes just letting your mind not being occupied by different things like TikTok, YouTube, scrolling on social media, reading blogs, whatever. Sometimes that can keep your creativeness, stuck in your head. But when you just bored and your brain don't have nothing else to focus on except that idea, it will slowly but surely be like, oh, here's an idea. Here's what we can do to finish the project. Because that would happen to me a lot. That's why I try to stay away from online social media. Sometimes the best thing for you to do is just to leave that project alone and just go do something else. Just doing anything other than working on that project. Because sometimes you can be so immersed in a project that your creative juices have finally just run out. I didn't know that was a thing until I started seeing it within myself, and also seeing it with others and seeing how others have came across it. So with the whole creative juice, like imagine it like this is your creative energy, and the more time you use it, the lower and lower and lower and lower that it goes. Cause you putting it all into your work. It takes mental effort to be creative. Whether that's coming up with the idea, you're in animation, you're acting, you're doing skits, you're writing scripts. All that stuff takes so much creative power from you. So what you want to do is literally when you get to a point where nothing isn't flowing right, or you're taking unnecessary shortcuts just to get the video out, just put the video to the side. Just be like, okay, I see that I'm taking unnecessary shortcuts, or I'm not putting my all into the video like I was 3 hours ago. Okay, just take a little break from it, go do something else that allows you to recharge your creative juices. And that brings me to my next point, which is have other things that can help you build up your creative side. Well, I'm gonna tell you things that you can do. I also go put things on the screen, that things you can do to help you be more creative. But things that I like to do is, one, take a shower. For some reason, when I be in a shower, in a warm, nice shower, I just sit down, especially when it comes like sitting down in the shower. I need to get me like a chair or something so I can really sit on it. But right now I sit on the edge of the shower. I just let the water just pour on me. And for some reason that feels so therapeutic. That feels like, I feel like I'm in some type of weird meditative state where I allow my mind to just, it's just letting, I'm able to really let go in the shower. I do those type of showers like 2 to 3 times a day, to where I just let the water just run on me and just let whatever is blocking my creative spark, I let it ooze out of me in the shower. And you could do other things like listen to music, sometimes having that song or having multiple songs that just really get you inspired can really help. Exercising can be a really good boost for your mental health as well. Chilling with friends, or if you got like animals, go out and take for a walk, or go play with them, or do something with the animals, going for a drive, going to nature, just having something that takes you out of your creative mode and into something that's like fun, something you ain't gotta really think about doing, stuff that allows your mind to focus on something else. So that way when you finally come back to your project, you'll come back with a whole new mind. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to come back to it with a fresh new perspective on it during the day. Because sometimes, and then go back to bring me to my next point, where I'm about to talk about sleep and how getting the right amount of sleep can really be beneficial to you. But during the day, when you don't have time to sleep, when you don't have time to take naps or whatever, you can have other things going for you that can help spark that creative juice within you. But you got to take that time away from your creative work, not like 15 minutes or 30 minutes. Sometimes you taking like an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or even 4 hours away from your work and come back to that thing hours later can be just enough for you to get back on your grind and get back into your creative flow state. Because we all been there where we're just into our work. We're able to write down the script. Everything just comes out naturally. We're able to edit our video and everything, and all the edits, the memes, the music, whatever you add to your videos or whatever you cut out, it just seems so effortlessly. But when you come to that low point to where your energy, your creative levels is low, just take a little break. It's okay to do other things. You know, life isn't about just continuously working. You know, you gotta have time and have other things going on for yourself that will also help you in a creative sense. But yes, and also the other thing that brings me to my point, like I said, was sleep. Get your sleep in order. You know, and I ain't talking about regular sleep. I'm talking about quality sleep. The sleep where you turn off your electronics 2 hours before bed. You go to bed consistently at the same time every night, and you wake up at the same time every day. The sleep to where you're winding down. You know, you got like a nice cool room. You black out your room with blackout curtains. You try to keep as much noise out your door. That's the quality of sleep that I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the other sleep to where you just be on your phone in your bed, or you just got to eat some sugar or drinking alcohol or watching TV before you go to bed. No, I'm talking about getting real quality sleep to give your brain enough time to really wind down and prepare for that night to sleep. And when you do that, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you're able to think more clearly. You know, your memory will be sharper. You're able to wake up with a creative mind and a new perspective on how to tackle your project. That's why you always hear the old saying, just sleep on it, because when you wake up with a new refreshed mind. Everything feels like you just started over from scratch, like you just pushed the reset button on your game system, and now your game system is working better than what it previously was. So that's why you need to start taking your sleep seriously, because it's kind of hard to be creative when you're tired all the time, when your brain is only thinking about getting rest. Because when you're tired all the time, when you don't have quality sleep, you're not able to be as creative as you really want to be. Those creative bumps that you have will be less frequently, because your mind is finally able to process things a little bit better than what it was. So that's why you shouldn't even sacrifice your sleep just to get an hour of work done. It's not worth it, because you're basically taking all your creative efforts or your creative level for the next day, and you're chopping it in half, because now the next day, you know, we all been there when you're tired, you're drowsy, you're not all the way there in the head, you're not all the way there in real life. So how you gonna expect to be creative when you're not all the way there mentally? So that's why you should really get your sleep in order. And I want to make many videos about sleep and why it's important for your mental health, just for you to go on to that next level in life, because it's kind of hard to do that when you're consistently tired all the time. But yeah, those are my little tips and tricks. Hopefully this video is over 10 minutes long, because that's my goal, to have videos over 10 minutes, to at least pump out a video every day. Since the way I'm doing these videos, you know, just talk to the camera, you know, offering tips, you know, helping folks out. But we're gonna see how this all gonna work out. You know, this being your man Chris, I don't know how to end these videos.